Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Still having the Rise coffee today. Oh, it's chilly out there. There's just a bite in the air. It's 39 degrees, which doesn't sound that cold, but it's really not nice. Cloudy and gloomy. I should just say that's the whole forecast. That was the whole forecast pretty much for March, and now it's going into April. So we could use some nice warm days here in my area of Ohio. That would be nice. Well, anyway, we just stay inside on days like this. Although I do want to go to my mom's today. She needs some provisions. So I'm going to take her shopping and just hang out with her a little bit. So that's going to be my day today. I'm not going to stay home. And since we're going to the store, I have to see if there's anything I need. But we'll see. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but sometimes when you get actually into the store, you see things that you either want in your pantry or need in your pantry, and that's the way life is. So I would prefer to stay home on such a nasty day, but I talked to my mom yesterday and she said she needs a few things, so I will go over there and hang out with her. And oh my goodness, I have a whole cup of hot water. I forgot to put the coffee in, but no problem, because, oh my goodness, I can't walk and chew gum anymore. All right, let's give this a try by putting some coffee in it. And this is a mushroom chicory blend, and I got this cute little spoon with it. So this is about how much I put in. It's a good heaping tablespoon. And that's the little spoon that came with it. So that's nice. I can still make my coffee beverage, even though I forgot the coffee part. So there we go. I'll let that sit for a minute, and then today I'm going to use the oat milk creamer with it. That's always good. I like this oat milk. It's the coffee cake flavor. So we'll put some of that in. And now I can have a cup of morning coffee instead of a cup of morning hot water. All right. Much better. Cheers. Yes, that's tasty. So that's going to be my day today. I'm going to go over Mom's this afternoon. And then by the time I get home, I don't feel like doing much. I have a little bit of leftovers left, so I don't need to cook. So that's good, but I told my mom I'd come over for lunch. She's making potato salad, and my mom makes the best potato salad ever. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll have lunch with her at her house, and I'll join her in a cup of tea. And that will be my day. So, all right, I will meet you over there at the budget book. All right, here we are back at the budget book. So yesterday I didn't spend any money. I I stayed home. I had a nice Easter celebration by myself. So that was fine. I did miss my family, but I still enjoyed the day. So altogether, I spent for 13 days, but I had 18 days of no spend. So in March, I had about 2.5 weeks of no spend. So I could do better, but it's okay. I'm still debt-free, and that's my main objective, is to be debt-free and to be able to pay for my home repairs. That'll be coming up soon. So I've had a little bit of a break from the home repairs. I should knock on wood because I know they're going to be coming up again. But the windows should be coming sometime soon. When the weather warms up, I'll get a hold of my window guy and see what his estimated date is. Because he's also a roofer and I know he gets really busy. But I'm in no big hurry to get the windows in because the longer it takes, the more money I can gather together. Now I do have the money for the windows, but I don't want to wipe out my savings account entirely, so I do still need to watch what I spend. It's not a festival of spending, so, but I do buy things that I enjoy, you know, like pillow covers, and I like to decorate with those as the seasons change, and that's a cheap way to decorate, and they make me happy. So anyway, and it keeps the furniture clean because of the dogs. So anyway, garden season's going to be coming up, so I'll be spending some money on that. I want to keep that on a lower spend too. I used to spend a lot of money on flowers and things every year when I worked because I enjoyed it and I enjoyed them and I had the energy to plant a lot of them. But now I don't have that much of a desire to plant the lower 40. So I just want a nice little area that I can enjoy my garden for a reasonable price. So one of you mentioned putting a little pond in the back, but I can't do that because of the dogs. They would be making a mess out of that in real quick time. But I do have a little fountain that I put up on my deck. It's got a little waterfall, and I do enjoy that. I like a water feature or two in the garden, but I have to put it where the dogs aren't going to destroy it because they are a destructive group. They play out there and they stand on my pots, and I've even caught them sitting in my pots, in the big pots. So I have to be very mindful of what I put in the garden back there. So anyway, I don't know, today I will probably spend some money since I'm taking my mom shopping. I have to sit and think about what I need. If anything, I'm still working on the freezer, and of course with my diet being somewhat limited with my issues, I don't want to get too much food in there that I can't eat right now. So anyway, that's my plan, and we'll see how I do today. I can't buy too much when I take my mom shopping because she kind of insists on paying for my groceries, which I don't want her to do. But so I keep it to a minimum. If I do buy something, it's just something I wouldn't normally buy in a big, huge shopping haul. But I try not to do big, huge shopping hauls anymore anyway because I don't find it necessary. So, okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, here we are back at Ohio weather. cold and damp, and it's really cold today. It's that penetrating cold that nobody likes. Ew. Okay, come on, spring. It's your time. You're up. All right, just real quick, I wanted to go over my monthly expenses for March. Now, over here is what I spend on Amazon and Costco and miscellaneous other things. I paid all those, and my balance is 0 on all those cards. This is my pest control for those mice. I think the mouse problem is resolved, but I don't know. I want to continue it for another month and see. But anyway, on gas, I spent $24.66 this month. This is something that I mailed and got a return on, so that was 0. And then my monthly expenses for my utilities and health care and all the other things came to $1,385.53. And then down here is my streaming internet. So I want to get rid of this one. Sorry about that, a dog walked by. Anyway, I want to get rid of the Roku. I never watch it. The Paramount, I really never watch either. Plus, that has commercials, so I don't like commercials. So I think I'm just for now going to keep the Epic Times, Netflix, and Hulu. And that way I can save almost $20 off of this $62.52. And I'll see what other streaming things that I want to watch. Right now I'm watching Better Call Saul, and I still have, I think that's 6 seasons, so I'm on season, I don't know, 3 or 4. So that'll take me a while. And I like to watch series in sequence rather than watching a whole bunch of different shows at once. So, and then if I want to watch a movie or something, even though they have commercials, I can always watch a free YouTube movie. So anyway, those are my monthly expenses, and I'm still debt-free, and I hope you're doing well with your finances. And the first step is to have a goal and then work towards that goal. All right. All right, well, before I get dressed and head off to my mom's, I wanted to go over a quote of the day, and this is for the whole year. Inspirational Quotes About Life by M. Primafontaine, however you pronounce it. So I'm going to go ahead and read the quote for April 1st. So many of our dreams at first seems impossible. Then they seem improbable. And then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. And that's a quote by Christopher Reeve. Poor Christopher. Oh, he was such a handsome man, and oh, what happened to him was just tragic. But boy, he sure fought. He put on a good fight. But anyway, so a couple of my dreams were to become debt-free. That was a dream that I had for the last, I would say, 4 years. And I started off, I think, owing, this is with my car and the other debt. The car was $18,000 out the door. And then I had some other debt that came to about, I think it was, I don't even really remember, maybe $9,000. So, I got to the point, well, this is ridiculous. I can't continue this. And for whatever reason, you know, if I didn't have the money for whatever I needed or wanted, I put it on a card. So anyway, I spent the last 4 years paying that off. So it was my dream to get to where I am today, and step by step, and I knew it was going to take a while, but I had to work towards that goal no matter what, and that dream became a reality. So now another dream that I'm working on is having my house decluttered. And it's not like it's hoarded or horrendous, although my garage does have a hoard in it. I have a ton of empty boxes out there, but I have them there for a reason. I need to put those down under the mulch to keep out the weeds. So, but I need to break them down instead of having a bunch of big, huge boxes everywhere. So that's another goal of mine, is to have my house very comfortable. It is comfortable, but to the point where it's super easy to clean, and I don't have to sit in my chair and go, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. It'll just be a situation of where I want to do this and I want to do that. Not that I want to sit in my rocker all day long and do nothing, because that doesn't appeal to me at all. So I always have things to do, and I always want to have things to do. But I want to be able to do more of the things that I enjoy doing, like maybe returning to making some jewelry that I used to have a little business. I sold jewelry. I don't really want to make it a business anymore. But, you know, just making it was fun, or returning to my oil painting, doing some more crafts instead of, you know, constantly decluttering and cleaning and organizing, even though I do enjoy doing those things. So that's a goal and a dream that I'm working on now, is to have my house all the way I like it. So it's in a transition right now, going from things that I used to use and that were useful to me when I was younger, that are no longer useful to me now that I'm older. So it's a transition phase for me. Now, looking back on my life, I've achieved all the goals that I pretty much ever wanted to achieve. You know, I had a family that I dearly love. I've had relationships with partners that I loved, so I didn't miss out on that. And I really, looking back on my life, there aren't too many things that I didn't accomplish. And that's always a good thing. Well, another one of my goals, one of the things that I wanted to do, was to create a YouTube channel. And I've been on YouTube now, I think it's 4 years. I don't know, could be 5. But even though I don't have a huge channel, that's okay. I enjoy the intimacy of having a smaller channel. It allows me to build a relationship with you guys, and I really enjoy that. And I also wanted to leave it as a legacy for my family. So it's something that I work on every day. I enjoy it, and it does give me a little bit of extra money. It's not setting the world on fire. I'm not going to, you know, have so much money that I'm rolling in it, but that's really not my goal here. It was my goal to make a YouTube channel, and I think I'm having success in doing that. Another thing that I did in my younger years was I always had some extra pocket money when I was a hairdresser. I did some hair at home, and I had some people that became really good friends, and I would do their hair, and they would pay me, but it wasn't nearly as much, not even as much as what it would have cost in the salon. Actually, I had one woman that I met when I was in beauty school, and then I started doing her hair at my house, and she paid me the same I did her hair for 30 years, and she paid me the same the whole time. There was no inflation, there was no raise, there was just, she'd come over, I'd do her hair every week, and we would have some coffee and tea, and I enjoyed her company. She was much older than I was, but I got to know her whole family, and then I would go to her house and cut her son's hair, her husband's hair, and her grandkids. So she became like an extended family to me. Very, very nice lady. She even left me $500 in her will, which I used to buy an iPad. So, I mean, she was very fond of me, and I was very fond of her. So that's one of the things that I did that was a goal for me. I've always kind of tried to get by with a side gig of one thing or another, but my side gigs always turned out to be really fun things that I enjoyed doing. And then I had my little jewelry business on the side, where I made fused glass jewelry, and I would bead it, and I sold it, and I've sold some paintings. So I've had a lot of goals in my life that have come to fruition, call them dreams. And then when the dream was over, then I stopped doing it. So, but I feel like I accomplished what I set out to do. So I always say, put one foot in front of the other, whether it's, whatever your aspirations or dreams are, just take a step towards it, because you're not going to get anywhere if you're just sitting there dreaming about it in your chair. A dream requires action to materialize. Now, I really try not to live in the past. We all have things that happen to us that really change our whole life, that are sometimes not good things that happen to us. And I've had my share of those in my life too, but I try not to keep reliving it. And that, when you keep reliving the past, especially with painful situations, you feel that pain all over again. And that's not good. So it's better to put things like that in the rear view mirror, realize that whatever happened to you made you stronger, and figure out what are your new dreams, what are your new goals, and then start working towards those. And then if you don't live in the past in those bad situations, then you have a good chance of having a happy life in the present and in the future. Future you will thank you if you live life under those circumstances. At least that's my opinion, and that's what I have found works in my life. I don't keep rehashing the past. I try and learn from my mistakes. I've made mistakes. God knows we all have. If it was something that I felt was something I did to hurt somebody or whatever, I put it in God's hands and ask for forgiveness and for a future path that I can do better. So anyway, that was a good quote from Christopher, and I want to do maybe a little bit of a series about talking about the quotes of the day, if it pertains to something that's personal to me or something that resonates with me or that I think might be useful to you. Then I think this might be a good little book. I've got a couple more books coming today. I like to buy Amazon's used books, and I like to find the ones that are like new. And even though sometimes I have to pay shipping, if the cost difference is quite a bit between the used and the new, then I will buy the used and pay the shipping. Otherwise, if they're real close in price, then I'll buy the new. So I'll see how those books are too. But anyway, I think this is going to be a nice little book, an inspirational quote of the day, and I'll be sharing those with you in some future videos. All right, my friends, I'm off to my mom's house, and still gray and gloomy out there, but it's okay. We'll still go out and have a nice time. So that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.